I plead not guilty. I didn't ask to be or not to be. A man lies with a woman, unfathered before I was born. Like a slave who doesn't own a father's name. In my mother's womb I listened, but I didn't hear his voice or sense his presence. You see, I was sentenced 9 months to a home that no man cared for. Evicted, prematurely, desperate and in need, duty was my deliverer. And yet through the glass, the faces of fathers pressed and pushed as if to rescue me from my untouched air of newborn life. But he's not there. First ride home in a smoke-filled cab, I began my search for him. Ignored by the driver, he asked my mom for the address. So I turned to stare at her face to catch a glimpse of hope. In shame, she hung her head and replied, "Take us to one single parent lane." Mom never understood why I cried so much. I kept her up through the night. They told her it was colic. No, emptiness like a black hole in my heart. Longing, hungry, thirsty for my father's love. Another adopted me. That father's name was poverty. No disrespect, Mom did the best that she could. Sometimes she went on welfare. Other times she went on warfare, fighting hard to find a job, to find a home, to find herself. Excuse me, do you have change for a food stamp? Time is what no one had for me. You see, Mom didn't even have time for herself. She was forced to work his job, food on our table, clothes on our backs, shoes on our feet, and still be a mom. An employee, a recovering street addict, and even a dad. What was he trying to be? Did he care about me, or was he just a donor? Were my first steps taken toward him? I didn't know if he lived next door or 1,000 miles away. A tree falling in an empty forest was my first word. Daddy? Blind to her boyfriend's anger that her life was mine, she took me there to easy, and yet I never did. So I walk away and give him what I never wanted, a life sentence without the possibility of a father.